Yeah, you're welcome to a roast.
yeah, we actually bring them on thinking
We
it's...
should do that years down the line.
Yeah, we
Just
should.
invite people and just fucking
Just roast him. We hate your business model. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Unpacked. Today, we are joined by the lovely Joella.
Joella from Serafina Weddings. I've actually known you for 5-6 years.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, and I've known you. You've worked at a venue in that time. You've been an events manager. In fact, my events manager.
Yeah.
Very successful at that. Then you moved into content creation. And then now you're wedding planning and coordinating. Yeah. So you've got quite a resume already. So I don't know, might as well go into what you actually, how does the wedding planning work?
So we have 3 different packages. So you've got the full wedding planning, so where we can be there from the very start. We can help you choose your venue. We can help you choose everything. And then we're there on the day as well. So it's from the very start to the very finish.
Right.
And then you've got partial planning, so we can help and we pick up those. It tends to be like 6 months prior that we'll pick up partial wedding planning. And it means
so these people that are panicking.
Yeah, exactly. It means that if you are worried about kind of like last minute things, suppliers, getting all the details together, the logistics, that side of things, we pick up, we take over.
I didn't even know that was
work
a thing.
with you.
No.
That's so good.
But this is the thing, I don't think many people do know it's a thing, which is why I actually wanted you on here, because I feel like, the social content thing you went into very early on.
I did, yeah.
And obviously you've moved away from that a little bit now, haven't you?
Yeah.
But that was something that wasn't even existing. When you said you were doing it, I thought, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But
that's blown up
that
recently.
has blown up.
It has
and
massively,
I
100%.
think that's all down to you. I think you made an entire industry. And then
Joella single-handedly grew
didn't
the
about
social
it.
media industry. It was nothing before you.
and obviously this you've moved into, and
Yeah.
I think it's a great service, but I just don't know how many people even know it exists.
It's definitely going
which
back
is
to
great
my
in some
roots.
ways, but
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely going back to my roots and obviously doing events management at uni and then obviously coordinating before I worked for you and then going back into it afterwards. But yeah, partial planning, pick up 6 months prior, and then it kind of is, like you say, it's for anybody that's kind of worried about what's going to happen on the wedding day. They've got kind of last minute stuff. We have meetings to go over everything, make sure that we know the ins and outs of your wedding. We then take over like communication with these suppliers, making sure that they know when to turn up, what time to turn up.
That's so
all
helpful.
the little things as well. Because yes, you might have a venue coordinator there on the day, but sometimes they do hand over as well to an operations team. So sometimes your venue coordinator actually goes home at like 5 o'clock.
yeah.
But who you've been working with from the start, but some actually do stay right until like first dance. But 9 times out of 10, it does get handed over to an ops team like 6 weeks prior. So it just gives you that little bit of reassurance.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got somebody there that knows exactly what's going to happen 6 months out, and they're there on the day right until an hour or so after first dance as well. So it just means you've got that hand holding.
Yeah.
And then coordination is exactly that, but we're just there on the day. So we take over with you 6 weeks prior. And we'll have a call with you, and then we'll take over in terms of communication with your suppliers. So if they've got any like worries, queries, or maybe they're running late on the day, they won't contact you at all. We'll be their main point of call. And it's little things like as well on the day. So say, for example, if Grandad's car is parked in front of the venue and the venue can't find you, or you can't find Grandad to find his keys or something like that, we're there doing the running about. It saves the bridesmaids doing it, or the groomsmen, or the groom, or the bride
Just
as well.
completely takes the pressure off, doesn't it?
does,
And then you've already built the trust then as well, because you're
100%.
there 6 months prior.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how often would you actually see them before the wedding? So you
It
have to form
varies.
some kind of bond,
Oh,
surely.
100%. It varies, but then we always transfer everybody onto WhatsApp. So we always have like WhatsApp communication. We have an open line on WhatsApp between myself, because there is also Georgia as well that works for me. And we have an open line on WhatsApp. So if you are worried about anything, it's sometimes quicker to drop a text message than it is to drop an email. So we always say, like, drop us a WhatsApp message. And if we're not working on that day, you'll get an out of office, or if we're working at a wedding, for example, you'll get an out of office reply. But it just means then at least you get a quick reply. As well. So we do have quite a lot of communication with you. And we
I
do
think you'd have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to, yeah.
100%.
It is nice, and it just to have that point. Someone next to you that's not family. Because
exactly.
I abuse my groomsmen. Literally, they were doing everything.
And you want them to enjoy the day as well.
Exactly, yeah, because they're your closest people as well. 100%. You don't want that to be a burden on them.
Yeah. And I've been maid of honour recently for one of my best friends, and there is so much pressure. I didn't have the pressure as much as obviously probably other people would feel it because I do it as a job.
Yeah.
But I think from a bridesmaid's point of view, there is a lot of pressure as well to be on you on the day to make sure that X, Y, and Z is done, and you've got sometimes your task of like your list of tasks of what you need to do, and sometimes you can't see everything else in the bigger picture. So it's nice to have that somebody else that's external that can see it from like the venue's point of view, can see it from the groom's point of view, can see it from the groom or the bride, or even just guest point of view as well, and what might work and what might not work as well. And then to have that communication of somebody from like a photographer and a videographer's point of view as well, at least you've got somebody that's informing you on times and things like that as well, because sometimes they can go off and they'll be like, right, okay, what time is it to come back? But at least if I'm there, the venue can be like, and they're running maybe a little bit late, I can go get them and just make sure that they're there on time as well.
But it seems like an absolute no-brainer to me. This does, like,
it is.
Literally,
it is a good
just
idea.
completely gets rid of all this stress.
It does. It massively does. And I am the most chilled out person ever that nothing really phases me.
Yeah. So you're perfect for it then.
Thanks.
So what is your biggest piece of advice that you would give to your bride and grooms?
I would say outline a budget to start with.
Yeah.
Try and stick within that budget as much as you possibly can, but don't worry too much if you do go below it or if you do go over it. And also, when you're looking at that budget, make sure it's a realistic budget. So when you're doing it, have a look at the suppliers that you want and have a look at what they're charging as well, so you can know your budget already. Because what some people do is they go too low. And they go too low and then they want X, Y, and Z, and they want so many different people there, but they're out of budget. So what they'll then try and do is they'll try and find suppliers that maybe are a little bit lower.
Yeah.
And they're maybe if they're just started out and things like that. It's great if you've got a wedding in 3-4 years' time, which the average is anyway 2 years, which is fantastic if they're going to build up a portfolio. But what you're risking there as well is kind of that on your day, it's not going to be the expectation of what you actually want as well. You're going to have that higher expectation on a lower budget price. So just make sure that if you are wanting so many different things there, you fit that into your budget before you actually decide on a budget.
So it's just doing a bit of actual research of your suppliers.
Exactly.
Beforehand.
100%.
And I've said it before, Anna, if you both write 3 things that you really want from the wedding,
Definitely.
they're the things that you need to find the prices out first, and then that is a big indication of where your budget's going.
Yeah.
Have your non-negotiables for sure, and then anything else is a little extra, and it's something that will make your day that little bit better.
Yeah.
100%.
And what is your biggest wedding ick? An absolute no-go, we're not doing it.
I don't think I've got like a really big ick because I think everybody is so different,
and
I think everybody's wedding has to be personal to them. And I do understand how people do get icks with the wedding industry.
I was going to say I've got loads.
Yeah, Paul's got 1,000.
I can imagine you've got like a little black book of my wedding icks.
Knew it.
This one happened today. But no, I think my biggest one is just people not doing what they want to do. In the sense that they're trying to people please. And I think that is probably my biggest ick. And I think it's more a case of like, unfortunately, it does come from family members and it comes from...
Yeah, we say this a lot, don't we?
It does come from family.
Yeah.
I can't say anything. Mine's fantastic.
Start bitching.
I'm not denying
it. But like it does, and it comes from if you don't have a good relationship with, say, your family or your partner's family or external family members or even friends as well. And I do think as well, don't do what social media wants you to do.
Yeah.
Because at the minute
so
there's
many
a
people
massive...
do.
Yes, you do.
So many do it
100%.
now.
Just following trends that are out of fashion within however many months.
It's so common at the minute because people are just kind of like wanting to keep up with, and again, it comes from something like content creation. There's so much to keep up with so quick, but don't look at what other people are doing. Just kind of stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Don't think about anybody else. If you don't want to invite that family member, don't invite that family member. And I always say to our couples as well is if you want to invite them around for tea, don't invite them to your wedding.
I like that.
At the end of the day, you want to sit and be able to have a wedding breakfast meal with them.
Yeah, and feel completely comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. And don't do it just for the sake of pleasing people either.
Yeah.
And there is so many weddings where there's 200 guests, and how many realistically do you speak to?
Yeah.
And then when you start inviting your mum's neighbours and stuff like that, it just gets out of hand so
Your
quick.
Uncle Fred, like third removed.
Exactly. And it's just.
And then you've got basically
people-pleasing.
strangers at your wedding thinking, who's that again?
Yeah, if you're at that stage, then that's. But then if they put 50 quid in your postbox.
This is it.
Yeah,
if you
but
get more money.
but you've got to remember, like, you're paying like what, like
Yeah,
on average,
true.
£125
Could be, yeah.
for a wedding breakfast per person. That 50 quid's
Yeah.
not gonna.
You're right. Scrap them. Scrap them.
Get rid, they're
Get
not
rid.
coming. So we've had some customers write into us. I think you put a story up, didn't you?
Put a story up, and then strangely popular as always. And then some people send some stuff that we can't ask you.
You can ask me them when we're not
Yeah,
recording.
well, the PG ones. So we have got Molly from Wilmslow, so she's fairly local. She blames her wedding planner because her officiant kept mispronouncing their surname during the ceremony. What are your thoughts on that?
Did you have a registrar ceremony to start with, or a celebrant?
I couldn't tell you. Sorry, I have no further information.
She's been vague. She's obviously been very annoyed, but she's been vague.
I do feel for you, Molly. I don't think it depends if you there's a couple of questions there. There's if you had an external wedding planner, if you had a wedding planner at the venue, or have you then had a registrar do it, or have you then had a celebrant wedding and it's been like a friend, or you've booked somebody that is a celebrant as well. I wouldn't blame the wedding planner because at the end of the day,
Very
they will
easy
have
for a wedding planner to say this.
It's like saying, don't blame us if the selfie mirror goes wrong.
No, because I do think there's some things you can't control on your wedding day,
Yeah.
and something so simple like that. Yes, they should know it, and it is a shame that they didn't know it, and it is a massive unfortunate. I am so sorry that happened.
Yeah, you'd be fuming,
I would
wouldn't
be
you?
fuming as well if somebody kept pronouncing Joella wrong. I'd actually
Yeah.
probably say something.
Yeah, if they're so going, it's Isla, I'll be like,
I love calling you Isla, though. It
hate
just annoys you so much.
oh, it really
It
does.
annoys
It's
me when
the
someone calls me
worst.
Joelle and I'm like, there's an A, not an E. But yeah, please don't start that now. Or I get Joel on an email all the
Joel.
time.
Joel.
Yeah, I would kind of say that they've probably, if it's a registrar, they've definitely got a script. They've had a meeting with you prior, so they should know that information. And they will also have a conversation with you prior to your ceremony as well. So they should have technically called you by your name as well. And they would have asked you what surname you're taking. Whereas if it's a celebrant as well, again, you would have had a meeting with them and a conversation with them.
Yeah.
So it is kind of on that. It doesn't kind of fall on your wedding planner because you will have had if you have this, I could be completely wrong depending on how you've done it with your wedding planner. But what I would do is I would make sure that they've had that pre-meeting, and they would legally anyway with the registrar, you'd need that pre-meeting.
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
And with a celebrant, you would have to have a meeting for them to know things about you, because a celebrant wedding is very intimate in the sense that they use a lot of information about you, and they try and have a meeting beforehand to find out who you are, what you both like, what you like as a couple. And it's rather than the legal questions, it's more about you two.
Yeah.
So both should know.
Still
should
need to get
your
to know
name.
you, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Do we know what her second name was?
No, I've just got
a
Molly.
shame.
What should it be like, Smith or something?
Yeah. I've pronounced Smythe all day.
happened. I am so sorry that happened. But like, it's unfortunately, like from my point of view, I wouldn't say that that's necessarily your wedding planner's fault. I would say it's more your registrars or your celebrant. depending
Yeah,
on
that
who's
makes
done it.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. So we've got Cara from Birmingham, and she says, can a wedding coordinator stop my bridesmaids from wearing matching neon Crocs? I don't have the heart to tell them no because they have already
Yes.
bought them.
I'm not even going to let you finish. Yeah, that's fine.
I will stop that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's fine.
I love that
can
they're
more than
neon.
happy. Keep
At
it
least
like,
gone beige.
if you want to
Neutral at all. We're going bright.
if you want to compromise, keep them for the evening when
Yeah.
you're too drunk to kind of notice. But no, 100%. I'll tell them to take them off, especially if they're walking down the aisle. They're not walking down them in that.
Can you imagine them poking out beneath the dress, just these lovely green neon shoes?
I'm very open with my couples as well. So I do ask them beforehand if there's anything that I need to know prior. And also if there is something happening on the day, for example, if there's a family member that might be like a little bit, you're not necessarily get on with them and things like that. I just keep an open eye. And it is for things like that. We think of it from the bride and groom's point of view or from the couple's point of view of what is actually going to make them happy on their wedding day. So if it means taking the Crocs off, they will goddamn take those Crocs off.
The Crocs are coming off.
So are you ever told about any family feuds?
Yeah,
like
100%.
keep this
I'd
person
love
away
that.
from this person.
Yeah.
I know you just got
I'd be so
all
involved
the
in all the
gossip,
drama.
Everything.
It's the drama, Mick.
It makes me laugh because it's like I had a wedding yesterday and one of the guests came up to me and was like, he turned around to me and was like, you're the one I need to watch because you're the one in charge. And I was like, what have I done? And he was like, you're just very stern in what you say and just like, you just get your point across very clearly and it's been great. And I was like, thanks, I thought you were going to say something really bad. And then Georgia was working with me as well yesterday and I had a photographer, James Andrew Photography, and he was like, and they both kept saying, she's got a teacher voice out. So
She's got a teacher voice. I can
You,
so see
you
you
definitely have a
that.
teacher voice.
Did you get the
My
finger
mum
as well?
I do when it comes to confetti, like if you throw it at the faces, no.
Oh my God, that's an it.
Confetti at face. Let me write it down.
I was at a wedding on Saturday and someone let off a confetti cannon. You know when they say I do? And they let off the confetti
By mistake?
cannon. No, I think they just thought it was a great
Okay.
idea, which obviously is not. And confetti
so the
went
guests had bought
everywhere. Yeah, and it went everywhere. And they were obviously going to change
Oh
the
my
room round
goodness.
ready for the wedding breakfast. And we all had to pitch in and help clean this bloody room.
Oh no.
That is awful.
I've had a groomsman accidentally set one off and he felt so guilty because it was just as they were doing, there was two groomsmen either side and they were just getting a photo outside, just the two of them with the confetti, and I had a groomsman, literally I passed it him and I said just be really careful with it, and as I passed it him it just went straight off. Yeah. Always bring up backup confetti cannons. That would be my top tip.
Okay. Oh, that's a great one to add. I didn't even think about this.
Oh,
Or
don't
if
have
you're a
them.
guest,
Oh, don't, yeah, literally.
or if you're
Just
a
don't
guest,
bother.
don't bring them. If you're a couple, bring spare. If you're a guest, just don't bring extra confetti because they either have it for a reason or they won't have it because some venues don't allow it. So
Yeah.
don't bring
Well,
it.
I don't think this venue did, to be fair.
Oh no.
And there's older guests as well. I mean, it's quite a shock.
Just
quite
end up
a
with
bang.
Grandad having a heart attack on the...
It's very loud. Like my watch goes off on it's the loud limiter thing every
Yeah.
time one goes off. So yeah, they are really loud.
They are. Yeah.
So just don't bother having them, guys. That's our top tip from today.
Do have confetti cannons if you're a couple, and if you can have them
And
because they are
outside.
great, and have them outside 110% because they use them outside because they make so much mess inside massively. If your venue allows confetti outside, use them to your full advantage, and if they allow cannons, use them to your full advantage. If you're a guest, do not bring spare confetti in a box. Do not bring a confetti cannon because they'll either have it or they won't, and it's what they want.
And not the foil ones either.
No.
Because people let the foil ones off on the dance floor. Then the foil goes down and messes with the connectors. And then it can actually...
Does it actually?
Yeah, it can actually short
No
the
way.
dance
Oh, I didn't
floor.
know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a handy
So-
tip for me to know.
So then people look at, well, my tire wasn't working. Well, why have you let off?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, do you know what, guys? This confetti malarkey don't seem worth it, seriously.
It definitely
What's the question
is.
even about confetti?
No, there wasn't. We went off.
All right, I was looking at the list thinking, where's confetti?
We've gone from Crocs to confetti.
Crocs are truly awful, I just think. Just get rid of those anyway.
Oh, I love Crocs at home.
I've not got them, but I've seen the fluffy ones.
Fluffy ones.
It's Crocs. Have you seen that Balenciaga? And Balenciaga released a Croc heel.
No.
A Croc with a heel on. Search them. This is what the bridesmaids want, I think. The heel Crocs. They're disgusting.
I know all the kids at school are getting little Croc clips. Have you seen those?
Yes. There's a name for them.
There's a photographer as well that I was watching two at the same time, and there's a guy from Australia, but I don't think it was him. I think it was a guy from the UK. Accidentally turned up to a wedding in Crocs. He just left the house and forgot, and luckily the couple understood. I'm gonna have to try and find it after this to show you. It's a really funny TikTok video, and he literally just filmed himself, and he's like I'm at the church, and you'll never guess what I've done. Walked out the house, and I've got my Crocs on, and he just turns the camera. But luckily, the couple found it absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
So, and it was
that's
kind of
good.
his personality as well, which was funny.
I can so understand. Do you remember when I come into work with my leggings inside out?
I can't believe you just confessed that.
He was like, I wouldn't even let me kids do that? I was like, I don't know how I managed.
Who has let you leave the house this morning, Isla?
I can't believe I did it. I'd been here for ages.
Who actually knows?
And then I went down to the toilet and I was like,
Oh, so no
Why
one
is
knows.
we'd been discussing it. So why is the seat? Because it was all like the lads were. So we're like, why is the seat out?
On the outside.
And we're just like, we're getting older. We just thought, oh, it's just a look. And then she comes running. Oh, my trousers are inside out.
why has anyone told me that my trousers are on inside out?
That's so funny.
I'm an idiot, but anywho, moving on. Jamie from Sheffield. I am planning my wedding abroad, but don't even know where to start. What is your biggest tip for destination weddings?
It depends on where you want it. My top tip would be if you're having, say, for example, let's just take Portugal, for example, and you're doing it in Europe, hire a wedding planner in Portugal at that venue that works at that venue quite often because they're going to know the ins and outs. If you're then as well bringing suppliers over from the UK, because sometimes that can be cheaper, and also then you have that open communication in your language, in English.
Yep.
I would then hire a coordinator to go over as well, because then you've got somebody who's with you from the very start or 6 months prior or 6 weeks prior that knows the logistics, knows everything like that, and is kind of there for you too. And then you've kind of got the wedding planner that's there that's going to plan everything from a foreign country side of things and know the ins and outs of that country, the legislations, everything like that, because laws are so different in Portugal in terms of how you can get married, and that they are a whole different world.
Yeah.
I would have a conversation with a wedding planner that does destination weddings. So for example, like when we've had quite a couple actually recently that have inquired for destination weddings. We've been able to then give advice in terms of what route to go down. But I would definitely have 2 people there, one that is from that country and one that is from your country as well, just so you've got 2 people that it means that everything's covered.
Yep.
So, for example, like if it was me and you were getting married in Portugal, we would then come over, we'd take over like 6 weeks prior from the suppliers that you're bringing over here. And if you're not bringing any over, it's the same thing as well. Use a coordinator that's in your country, because then you can have that open communication line with them as well. And then you can take them over and you can have somebody that makes sure that everything you want on the day is done correctly as well.
Yeah.
And there's no barrier then in terms of language as well.
Yeah,
You've
that
got
makes
2
sense.
people that understand exactly what you want to go on and are there to hold your hand during the process. That's what I would say.
Is it something you would do?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So someone says, "Oh, do you want to come to Italy for a bit?" You do it.
Happily.
That is so exciting.
They're not going to do it, are they, with LED letters? It's just something.
don't think you
I mean, we're not really going to put them on a plane.
I was
are we,
just
and
about to
send
say
them
that they
out?
are like 4 foot.
I'll flat pack them and,
flat pack 'em.
take them like an IKEA set.
You'll flat pack them and build them when you get there. We'd like to see
If
you
someone's
try
going to
that.
willing to pay.
Yeah, I was going to say, how much are you going to charge for that one? 10 grand, please. Okay, finally, Sophie from Sandbatch. I hate my wedding planner. What do I do about this?
I hope to God it's not me.
Imagine.
Yes.
Specifically, Joella.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, what happens? So what happens, like, you have your initial meeting, it's all great, and then you don't like them, or they don't like you.
Vice
A few
versa.
weeks, but when do you actually open that conversation? Go,
So I would always say, if you don't gel with a wedding planner, or if you don't gel with any supplier, don't book them. If you're really unsure on somebody, have a couple of meetings with them. I'm pretty sure from like your point of view as well, you wouldn't mind if somebody came and saw something in the showroom 2-3 times before actually booking you, knowing that it's correct, than you turning up on the day and it being a complete disaster and it not going okay.
Yeah, we actually rather that. To be honest.
Exactly. And I would rather that as well. I'd rather somebody say, like, can we have this is why we offer a free consultation call service, because we'll have that call, we'll be able to get to know each other, we'll be able to gel. Sometimes somebody can be having a really off day as well. So make sure you have a call a couple of times, because as well, we are all human and anything can happen. So somebody could turn up to showroom and somebody could be really just flustered from a wedding the day before that's really set them off or something like that, because we all have emotions and we all have
I love it when a
feelings.
couple have obviously had an argument in the car on the way here. Normally because we're quite difficult to find, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because we're on a retail
The sat nav
park.
sends you the wrong place. It is stressful.
And obviously that's one of the biggest cause of arguments. And you can see when a couple walk in, they've had an argument and they're trying to yes, we love each other.
We do still want to get married.
So yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I would say have a couple of meetings. If you haven't booked your wedding planner or any supplier, have a couple of meetings with them if you are really unsure. But I always make sure, and you'll probably be the same, if somebody isn't right, they're not right for you.
Yeah, you do know, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. There are so many suppliers out there, and there are so many couples out there. There is somebody for everybody.
Yeah, don't try and
there's
force
the
it with
right
someone.
match. Yeah, do not try and force it. It's like being on a dating site. There's so many people out there. You're gonna find that right person that's gonna match for you. But if you have booked your wedding planner and you don't like them, is that from a point of view as a venue, or is that from you've actually booked a planner? So when you're saying planner, are you thinking of a wedding coordinator at the venue, or are you thinking as a wedding planner that you've booked separately?
Let's say booked separately, because that'll be you and
Fab. So if you've booked separately, I would open that line of communication with them. I would actually maybe ask to meet. Or even have a Zoom call, Teams call, Google call, whichever one you prefer, or even a phone call, and just say, can we get some thoughts and feelings? I would rather a couple be honest with me than going on the day and there being tension.
Yeah.
And
Imagine after this you get about 10 calls.
you said you wanted me to be honest. I'm doing it.
I hope not. I like to think that won't happen.
You'll be fine.
I would say open that line of communication with them massively, because I would want somebody to be honest with me, and I'd want somebody to say exactly how they're feeling and where I could possibly go in a different direction, or what I could possibly improve upon, because feedback's always the same. And what would you rather do? Would you rather tell them beforehand, or would you rather give them a bad review after the wedding and just let it slide? I would rather have that open communication from the start and be able to rectify things and be able to build on that relationship, essentially, from a supplier bride in this case point of view. Yeah,
Just put it all on the table and hash
put
it
it
out.
on the table. Don't necessarily hash it out. It's like, I'm going to start an argument, because that's probably how you would go, Isla.
You are.
But yeah, I would essentially just open that line of communication. It's going to feel uncomfortable from both sides of points of view. So I would maybe give them a pre-warning, just say, look, we're not happy with a few things.
Yeah.
Are we okay just to have an open conversation? And if they are professional, which they should be, then yeah, they're gonna be fine with it.
Yeah.
Because I would be.
But in life, I always think, oddly, the best relationships come from an argument.
No, I get you. I do. I understand what you're saying.
Once two people in any walk of life have that
Yeah.
sort of confrontation and sort it out, I think they're stronger for it.
Just being an adult in the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you say, you just do catch people on bad days sometimes.
Exactly, 100%.
So just bear that in mind.
Yeah, you do. But then again, if you have that conversation with them and it's still kind of like you don't feel like after certain things have been rectified and things like that, then I would say potentially say to them that they've not fulfilled their service and they've not fulfilled if they haven't, essentially. I would say that to them, and I would definitely go and look at booking somewhere else. What would you rather do? Lose a deposit with somebody and be happy on your wedding day and go and book somebody else? Or would you rather be really miserable on your wedding day and be really worried about certain things?
Yeah.
That was what I would say.
Love it. Well,
Yeah, that was good advice.
good advice. Thank you, Joella. It's like you're a profesh. How can our listeners find you?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp.
Yeah, and is it Serafina Weddings?
Yeah. So Serafina Weddings _ on Instagram is probably the best bet. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And we will see you all on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.